Hi guys, Jeff at Slavens Racing, and I just want to show you the Samco Sports Bypass Hose Kits. So this is a redo video. I did one about a week ago and I made some mistakes on it. Customers corrected me. Thank you very much, guys. And also the sound quality was poor because I forgot my mic and it was kind of a rush job. So anyhow, this is a redo. So I just want to answer a few questions we get from customers and then explain about the kits a little. So first of all, it's the name. Bypass kit is confusing because they don't bypass anything, they eliminate the thermostat. And thermostats come on XC and XCW and 6 days models and also on the Husqvarna FE models. All the other models do not have thermostats. So XC, XCF, SX, SXF, Husqvarna FCs and TXs do not have thermostats. And the reason they don't is because they want the increased water flow and reduced engine temperature that is a result of not having that thermostat, because the thermostat does create a little blockage. Now if you're riding dual sport and you're in a climate where there's occasionally cold weather, like if you're in an area where there's 4 seasons and you have winter, well, on cool mornings the engine is not going to come up to correct temperature. So for those applications I would recommend you use the standard Samco kits that retain the thermostat. If you live down around the equator to where it's hot all the time, or in Hawaii or somewhere, well then I would also use these on even a dual sport bike. So the main benefit here is the flow. Increase the flow and reduce the engine temperature. So beyond that, it's the quality. So the stock hoses are very flimsy, made out of butyl rubber. These are a silicone rubber. And when you take them off and feel the stock ones, I mean, you can just squish them like a bug. It's like comparing a set of worn out tennis shoes to a brand new set of CD boots. And even for the most basic applications, I highly recommend these. I've seen a lot of the stock hoses fail, especially the one that, like those straight ones there, the one that goes from the water pump on the right side to the right side radiator. I've seen a lot of those split, and I've also seen them just pop off because the hose had just degraded enough to where you couldn't even keep it tight. I've had a bike like that before, to where you could just tighten the clamp until it was just felt like it was going to squish out like jello, but the clamp still, or the hose still wasn't tight. You could still rotate it. These do not do that, and we also have high quality clamps available to go along with them. We also have them in stock now for the 17 models. We've got them for the older models as well, for Husqvarna's, Husabergs, KTM's, Betas, and then a lot of other brands. Now, beyond the quality differences of materials is how they're made and how they're inspected. So they do these beautiful hoses with this Y in here. In this area was where the thermostat was originally. There was 3 hoses going to a plastic junction box that has the thermostat in it. So that eliminates that, and also eliminates 3 possible failure connections. But beyond that, the other companies don't do is they stick a scope up each one of these. And the scope, it's just a camera device that goes up in there, similar to what doctors use to do inspections on your gastrointestinal system. If you've ever been down that road, not much fun. But the reason they do that is because silicone by nature can create a web or a membrane, and just really, really thin, but that can also create a blockage or an obstruction. So they stick a scope up here to make sure that that's not going on up here in this junction. They also pressure test them all to make sure, and they pressure test them way beyond what the normal system puts out to make sure that they'll hold up. And like I mentioned before, they come in different colors. For the Betas, they come in red, Husqvarna's and Husaberg's blue, obviously orange for KTM's. And then when you're comparing them to the other kits that are on the market, this is the only kit made in Europe. This is typical European quality versus marginal Chinese quality. And the Chinese kits, although some of them look good, they definitely don't have the inspection process. They definitely don't have the quality material. They don't have nearly the number of applications. And the price point on the Chinese ones is really not much different. So why not go for top of the line for just a couple bucks more? Everything about these kits is high quality. Like I mentioned before, we've got the clamp kits as well. And they're very easy to install. So the one on the left is that kit with just the 3 straight hoses. That is for a 250-300 KTM. That's our biggest selling kit. That long hose on the far left goes from the bottom of one radiator to the bottom of the other one. The other two, one goes from the water pump on the right side to the right radiator bottom, and then the other one goes from the cylinder head to the frame down tube. They're very easy to install. They don't come with instructions for that reason, just because it's simply plug and play, and not a problem or a hassle to do, other than just dealing with antifreeze, which is a little bit of a pain. But if you have any other questions on them, you can drop me a line, info@slavensracing.com. Let's see, I just happen to think, guys quite often ask, will the engine come up to temperature, or is it going to damage my motor by running too cool? Well, yes, it will come up to temperature for trail use or racing use, and no, it will not damage your engine unless, like I mentioned before, you're using it for dual sport in cool temperatures. That's all for now. Drop us a line, give us a call. Adam and Alec, who answer the phone, can definitely help you out and answer your questions. And you can order over the phone or online at slavensracing.com. Thank you very much.